This video is brought to you by Squarespace. I am feeling really lazy today. Also, I'm feeling really hungry. I'm guessing this is a feeling you are all very familiar with. I want food in my mouth that tastes good, but I don't want to put a lot of time nor effort for that to happen. So today I decided once and for all to determine the ideal lazy meal. To do that, I asked you guys what your go-to lazy food is, and I will try some of your ideas today. I will start with this person's idea. Rice plus kimchi plus fried egg plus soy sauce. The end. This person seems like they've done this a million times before and they know exactly what they're talking about. I got some rice, and of course I will wash this rice because I don't want Uncle Roger's stance to cancel me. I will deposit this rice in my trusty rice cooker, and this rice cooker significantly enhances the laziness of this meal. You don't want to start figuring out how to cook rice in a pot. So once this rice is done, I will put it in a bowl and add kimchi, which I got from this can, as well as some kimchi juice for additional flavor. The next task was to fry an egg, and one of my favorite ways to do that is with a lot of oil because I want to get that guy crispy. I'm basting the top of the egg with hot oil to ensure that we get none of that snotty egg white. Now this does imply a little bit of effort, but we're still at an acceptable amount, I think. Now I will gingerly place my crispy egg on top of this rice and finish strong with a splash of soy sauce and also a little dark soy because I like the flavor of that. Not the prettiest dish in the world, but in times of laziness we don't care about that. I figured it's best to rate these dishes with my ultimate laziness formula, and that is an average of time, effort, and taste. In this case, this kimchi egg rice combo gets a 6 on time because of all of that rice cooking, an 8 on effort because frying an egg was not that difficult, and an 8 on taste because it tastes really good, which leads to a 7.3 overall. Not bad at all. But perhaps the most popular answer was the grilled cheese. This person said grilled cheese, so we will make a grilled cheese. I'm not a fan of fancy grilled cheeses. I like to keep it as basic as possible. This shitty white bread is my go-to. It gives the most simple, nostalgic feel. Same goes for the cheese with me. I like a mixture of cheeses, but this plastic, non-cheese American cheese is essential for me. For taste, I'm going with a Dutch Gouda cheese, or as the Dutch say it, Gouda, which feels like they're just trying to pronounce that word in the most complicated way possible. Now, it's important to freshly grate your cheese. We don't want any of those bagged cheeses. They have that powder on them that prevents them from melting properly. I'm applying butter to my sandwich from edge to edge and placing that side on a pan on medium-low heat. I carefully butter the other side too, and now I just toast it for 2 to 3 minutes per side or until a deep golden brown is reached. Just looking at this makes me lazy, to be honest, which makes it get an 8 on time, a 9 on effort, and come on, I have to say a 9 on taste. It's just too good. A good grilled cheese is hard to beat. Overall, it gets an 8.6, so congratulations, grilled cheese. This person said a can of sardines while crying. 2 out of 10. On a more positive note, this person said noodles plus peanut butter sauce with a smiley face at the end, which made me feel pretty hopeful. I actually recently discovered that you can use peanut butter in this manner, and as a peanut butter lover, I'm very excited. I'll start by making a sauce in a bowl using peanut butter, soy sauce, some grated garlic, and this shrimp chili oil that I've been loving lately. Oh, and also some rice vinegar to balance everything out. Mix it up until a sauce is formed, and now the only thing left to do was to boil some noodles. I'm using instant noodles because I'm lazy today, and I'm adding them straight into the sauce. Now that's lazy. I mix until it's all nice and combined, and to counter this poopy looking color, I added some sesame seeds and some finely chopped green onion. And as I was making this, I realized that I will most likely make this again because it's super easy. It gets a 7 on time, an 8 in effort, and I would say an 8 in taste too. It tastes like creamy, savory, umami peanut butter in the best way possible. A 7.6 overall. Next, I really liked how straightforward this person was. I call it shit in a pot. You throw all the shit in your fridge that's about to go bad. It's like chili. Well, that's exactly what I did. I looked through my fridge and I took out all the relatively old vegetables and I gave them a chop. Some bell pepper, some carrots, some green onion, some celery, and some potatoes. I also decided to chuck in some whole garlic cloves as well. Why not? And I also found this thing of bacon, and bacon tastes pretty good, so I decided to start with it. After rendering out all that delicious fat, I added everything at once. I know technically these things cook at a different rate, but I'm lazy, so I'm just tossing everything in a pot. I also added some tomato sauce as well as a bunch of water and a bouillon cube. Now all I did was simmer this for 20 to 30 minutes ish, and at the end the result was I just kind of made a goulash. Sorry, a goulash. So yeah, it was pretty good. However, I have to say I would never make this when I'm lazy. All the chopping and all the time, way too much effort for me. This gets a 2 on time, maybe a 5 on effort, and you know what? An 8 in taste. It was very good, and I also ate the heck out of it the next day. But overall, this gets a 5. Not a very good submission, I'm sorry. Lastly, we have this suggestion. Pizza, but instead of the base, use white bread. And I like this idea because everyone loves pizza, and the hardest part of making a pizza is making the goddamn dough. In this case, I'll use an entire baguette that I cut in half, and to make the sauce, I won't do anything fancy because we're lazy, right? So I'm just adding some oregano, onion powder, salt, pepper, olive oil, and some freshly grated garlic. Make sure to spill a significant amount of the sauce everywhere, and after that, spread it thoroughly on your bread. I had these tiny mozzarella balls that I used as my cheese, and I decided to put some spicy chorizo on one half. The other half we're keeping vegetarian. 10 minutes in the oven and we get this. I also added some fresh basil for the flavor and smell of basil, and look at this thing. You can even cut it into several pieces so all of your lazy friends can enjoy it. This one is a pretty fun one. You could whip it out at a lazy party and impress everyone while still maintaining your laziness. Not the easiest, so I will give it a 6 on time. Also a 6 on effort and a 7 in taste because it's quite far from the perfection of pizza. This makes it a 6.3, which is not bad at all. But we got a clear winner here, and that is the grilled cheese. I guess you just can't beat the simplicity and satisfaction of a properly made grilled cheese. So next time you're lazy, you know what to make. And another thing you can make if you're lazy is actually a website. If you use today's sponsor Squarespace, because it takes so little effort with them. Squarespace is a website where you can go and make your own website. Let's face it, in today's world, it's pretty important to have a website. Like, you need a way to show what you're about, to show your work, your portfolio. Maybe you want to blog, or maybe you want to sell something. Well, Squarespace makes it super easy for you to build that website with zero coding experience. You just go there and browse through hundreds of award-winning templates, and you can customize all of those templates to make them your own. You can add social media connections, a blog, a store, and they even have this new membership feature that allows you to connect with your audience and generate extra revenue. And look, the best part is that it's free to try. You can go to squarespace.com right now. They'll give you a free trial, and you can craft your ultimate website. And then when you're ready to launch it for the world to see, you can go to squarespace.com/KWOOWK. That's my channel name, KWOOWK, and you'll get 10% off of your first purchase of a website or a domain. So thank you, Squarespace, for supporting the channel. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video and for being lazy. And if you're still feeling lazy, you can click on one of these 2 videos. I think you'll like them. It's more of me cooking. And yeah, I'll see you next time.